is the story of Alpha Squad. The day of Alpha Squad was the day Lynnette and I decided to try to make the Yes Sir Captain Daddy book. And these are the events that made us come to that decision. It was about a year and a half ago, and I was a chaperone on my daughter's field trip to the state capitol. Before the field trip started, the teacher got everybody together in a room and said to everyone, "I know that normally your parents are in charge, but on this field trip, I'm in charge." And my daughter thought this was the funniest thing ever, that I wasn't in charge. So I looked at her and I said, "Hey, I might not be in charge, but I'm second in charge." She said, "Yes, sir, second in charge guy." And we laughed and we thought it was funny, and I thought that would be the end of that. Then we got broke up into our groups, and I saw that I had 4 fourth grade girls to look after. And by look after, I mean just make sure they didn't get lost, they got to the bathroom, they got their lunch on time, all that stuff would work out okay. And I realized this was not going to be fun for me. Right? Being responsible for 4 kids, 3 of whom are not your own, is not an easy task. So I decided I needed to make it fun for me. So I created Alpha Squad, the best darn squad on the whole field trip. So these 4 girls became Alpha Squad. And I would say something like, "Alpha Squad, on me!" And they would all come running over. And it was fun. I would send them on missions, like to go get the lunch bags, or to, stand guard while someone else uses the restroom. Whatever it was. And it was a hoot. Now, we were getting done everything we needed to get done. We saw all the stuff we needed to see on the field trip. They got all the educational value they could. But it was more fun for them. It was way more fun for me. And just about the time, I don't know, about 3/4 of the way through the field trip, I started to think, maybe I'm that really annoying, overexcited parent. And maybe this thing isn't such a good idea after all. Then this little girl, who was not part of Alpha Squad, comes up and looks at me in these big doe eyes and says, "I don't know where my squad is." And that's when I realized Alpha Squad was the right thing to do. None of my kids got lost. All the kids wanted to be in a squad, like Alpha Squad. I guess they could all see that we were just having more fun than they were. But again, we were getting done everything we needed to get done. So at the end of the day, when I'm back home and I'm talking to Lynnette, and I thank her for showing me how to do that type of thing, where I had a task ahead of me and I could see from the kids' view what was going to be fun, making my life easier and more fun. So we started brainstorming from my youngest daughter's "Yes Sir, second in charge dad guy" thing, this "Yes Sir, Captain Daddy" concept. And we brainstormed some funny situations where it could be useful, and that was the day that we decided to make this book. So thanks, Alpha Squad. The best darn squad on the whole field trip.